What is good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I really want to make this video. I really don't want to yell at you guys, but I really want to break this down because this is one thing that I see time and time again when it comes to you guys manifesting, especially those of you who want to manifest things happening by a specific time frame. So I need to make one thing extremely clear, you guys. There's one fundamental thing that I think that no one really thinks of when you are manifesting, and that is that there is no outside movement, there is no outside action big enough that you could take in order to sustain your state. There is no sort of big action, big movement, physical change that you do big enough in order to sustain a state. Meaning, if you have not dwelled there mentally, if that is not where you mentally dwell, there is no big enough action that you can take to make something happen. And this includes techniques, this includes affirming all day, this includes whatever technique that you are using in order to manifest something. There is no big movement on the outside in the 3D that you can take in order to get what you want. You cannot sustain it if you do not move there internally. It is all about internal movement. So let's talk about needing things or desiring or wanting to manifest things by time frames, time crunches, needing money for certain things by a certain amount of time. Listen, as with anything, you guys, the only reason why I said that statement at the beginning is because you need to make your manifestation be as if it is already so. Not that you are doing anything on the outside in order to make something happen. It is already so. So that means you already know what you have need of. You already know that you need money to pay your rent. You already know that you need money to survive. You already know that you want to be with your specific person at Christmas time. And you are not doing anything on the outside to move that forward. It is all inner movement. So this is about you generating the movement, generating the power on a specific timeline of already being the person that has the thing or is with the person or is doing the thing that you want to do. It must already be so. You must already be dwelling there inwardly. And so when you do take action, the inspired action, it is already something that is going to be a process throughout your everyday. It is going to unfold. You are always on the bridge. There's not a time where you are not on the bridge to get to your destination. But if you are not connected there and dwelling there in your imagination, in your mind, if that is not what you've chosen, or you have not chosen to be the person that has what they want, and already in that reality, there is no amount of whatever you're doing on the outside in order to make that thing happen. It cannot sustain it because that is not a state that you are able to sustain, especially if you are doing things to achieve something or doing a technique to get something. It is supposed to already be so now. And I'm paraphrasing here, but Neville Goddard has a quote in one of his speeches that I'm paraphrasing, but it says, "Do not wait until 4 months harvest, or don't look out and see that there's 4 months to harvest," meaning that you're putting a time frame or a time limit, because as we know, time is not real. It is always the eternal now. So whatever you are thinking about from your past, if you're bringing something into your state or reality from the past, you can experience that same thing here and now in this time, in this present moment. Or if you are dragging up whatever you think is going to happen in the future, you are living that here now in this time, in this present space, in this moment, because there is only ever this moment here, you guys. There is no past or no future. It is always now, and it must always be so. So, for instance, let's say that you want to be with your specific partner by Christmas time, you want to spend Christmas time with them, there's nothing that you can do on the outside, or no matter how much you can affirm or do a technique until you move there internally. Now, yes, I will say doing the technique helps you to get into the mind frame of it already being so, but I need you guys to understand that the technique itself is not the thing that gets you your manifestation, because that is placing another layer or another hill that you have to climb before you can have the thing. It is, you are already there. You are already with your person. So you're not manifesting or affirming to be with that person by Christmas time. You are already with that person now. And it's just natural that you guys are going to be together on Christmas because you are together now. You must already be living in your mind, dwelling in the state that you are already with that person. The same thing, if you are on a time crunch in order to manifest money, we've all been there, but you can't, when you, especially something that is, let's say, because money is one of our needs, our basic needs, our hierarchical needs. We need money in order to survive in this day and age. We need the money, right? So automatically, that is a big level of resistance that you are putting into the field when you place a time limit or a time frame on something. Because what do? You are already thinking of all the ways and navigating, trying to navigate your way through the middle to see how you can get this money or how it's going to come. You're never in the flow or in the moment of it already being here, because you're trying to figure out what technique and how much you got to do this in order to get that. It is already so now, because the only moment that you have is right now, and imagination is the true reality, you guys. So you cannot look out and see that there's 4 months till something happening, or that you can only get it at this time because you think it should happen at that time. That is placing so much resistance and pushing your manifestation far away. And you can only have what you are consciously aware of being, the type of person who already has the thing, the type of person who has the money you want, the type of person who has the relationship that you already want. It must be now. You must be living there, dwelling there in that state now. If not doing something in order to get there, it must already be so, you guys. It must already be so. There is nothing that you can do on the outside that's going to leave a big enough impact unless you move there internally, dwell there internally, and thus it is so. It is natural. It is nothing that you feel a resistance to, because it is already so. This is the basis of manifestation. Everything that we say, all the lavish videos that we do, all the little things, it is just as simple as that. Dwell where you want to dwell inside it. If you can experience it from your imagination on the inside, there's a parallel reality where it is already so. So you dwell there in that reality as much as you can. And then if you want to add techniques on top of that to affirm that that is where you are, to remind yourself that that's where you are, then that only magnifies it. But you just saying that you're going to get this or manifest this and do the techniques, and you're not aware of where you are living inwardly, there's that contradiction. There's the time frame. There's the resistance, and there's the years and years and years it takes you to manifest something, because you are not living there within. You are not being the person that already has it. You're not being the person where it's already so, that you already are that you have that you're being that you're a match for that it's already right now, you guys. It's already right now. It's really a choice. You choosing what reality you want to get on, and who you want to be, and stay there. and stay there within you. And if you stay there within you, your reality is sure to reflect that, because everything that you're seeing on the outside stems from where you're living and where you're dwelling within. It is really that simple, you guys. It is really that simple. I know it seems hard because we put so many restrictions and boundaries and feelings because we think time is real. There's only ever right now. And if you're constantly still telling yourself a story of you have to do this, this, and that in order to have or be or whatever it is, then that's the way that your story is always going to play out. You move there inwardly and stay there, and then use the 3D and the outside, the actions, aligned actions to affirm where you're dwelling inwardly. You'll be there in no time. This is how people manifest things instantly. You have to get on the same page as where you are inwardly. This is the only place that you should be looking to, is inwardly. You should not be looking to do things on the outside and checking for movement, or that is signaling that you do not have, you guys. If you were adding resistance and messing in the middle because you put a restriction in you and you put the boundary up that it's going to take you this much amount of time because you could only see yourself with your SP during Christmas time instead of now, how would that be now? What type of things would you be doing in your relationship now? It's now. It's not all of a sudden you're generating energy for it to be that way. It is, you're living in it now. So you're gaining that momentum of staying on that timeline, that you will stay being that person that has that ideal relationship. Same with anything that you want in your life, you guys. All right. So I just literally had to go on this tangent because there is nothing, no movement big enough outside of you that you can make that's going to sustain your state that you want to live with inwardly. You have to live there first inwardly, and then whatever steps you take on the outside is going to be natural. It's nothing that you're going to have to force. All right, so get out of your own way and go within to where you want to be. That is the only thing you have to do. All right. So you guys, of course, imagination is always on your side. Please use it. I hope you understand me. Get down in the comments and let me know that you understand me when it comes to this. I will find 1,000,001 ways to say what I'm saying throughout these videos, but the truth is the truth. Imagination is the true reality. Use it, all right? Bye.